Hi there, I'm Paul Murphy and I'm reading Winston Churchill section from the book Paul Murphy's Extremely Unlikely History of the United Kingdom. This chapter is split into, I couldn't work out what three fingers was then, three pieces. This is the first one. Try and watch, little clue for you here, try and watch all three of them in a row, okay? They're only a couple of minutes each, although this one will be an hour if I don't start reading. Right, so, Winston Churchill. Famous for appearing on £5 notes. Also famous for his love of pelicans. This is assumed to have begun in 1881 at St George's School in Ascot, Berkshire. His mother instructed her servant to send Winston a pie, Lucan. But he misheard and instead Lucan sent Churchill a pelican. To save on packaging, he put stamps on its beak and let it fly to Ascot. Churchill hated it at St George's, so did poorly academically, and regularly misbehaved. So did the pelican, although it did buckle down later, and did slightly better at the end-of-term exams than Churchill did. When Churchill moved to the elite Harrow School in April 1888, he took the pelican, Esme, with him, although to save on packaging, he put stamps on her beak and let her fly there. Rumours have long abounded that Esme took Churchill's entrance exams for him, but notes by his form master, Mr. R. H. Rogerum, show that Churchill could identify an entrance from an exit 6 times out of 10 all on his own. In February 1895, Churchill was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the 4th Hussars Regiment of the British Army, based at Aldershot, a position which earned him a wage of £150 a year. He was thus financially dependent on Esme, who had made first lieutenant and was on twice as much. Tragically, during Churchill's trip to Cuba in 1895 to observe its War of Independence, Esme was mistaken for Arsenio Linares y Pombo, a Spanish military officer and curtain rod designer, and shot. Churchill was heartbroken and could barely manage to eat second. In a strange quirk of fate, Arsenio Linares y Pombo went swimming the next day and was mistaken for a pelican by a short-sighted Cuban farmer, Castro Jeet EX, who was so upset when he discovered his mistake that he could barely manage to eat second. Thank you, Sunlight, for coming out and just... for various reasons I can't readjust this video, so this is a one-off shot here, so anyway. For the rest of his life, Churchill never went anywhere without a pelican by his side, which meant he had to have special toilet cubicles constructed. His marriage to Clementine Hosier on the 12th of September 1908 was interrupted several times by her being pecked by a jealous Esme II, and Churchill was reportedly furious that Clementine made Esme II sleep outside the bedroom on their wedding night. During the disastrous Gallipoli campaign of February 1915 to January 1916, Churchill attempted to alleviate the deadlock by parachuting a team of elite pelicans behind the Ottoman lines. The plan failed when the lead pelican mistook a low-flying German U-boat for a large halibut and led the flock astray. By the time they had regrouped, the Ottoman soldiers had disguised themselves as polar bears and the frightened pelicans scarpered. That was video 1 of the 3 of the Churchill, and they're going to lean forward and turn this off. See you in chapter 2.